Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. This episode is called Declassified, How to Make Serious Money Stealing Cars. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us. Also, I'd like to tell you about a service called HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from your favorite celebrities, so check them out. It's something you can buy for yourself or as a gift for someone you love. You can purchase a call from more than 100 celebrities. A live 15-second call is $19.95, and a live 30-second call is $29.95. Try it for yourself or someone you care about. Now let's get started. The worse the economy gets, the more car theft increases. The better the economy gets, the more car theft increases. The truth of the matter is that car theft is always increasing, no matter what's going on in the economy. Why is that? Well, there are a lot of reasons that we'll explain. First of all, let's talk about the actual physical act of stealing cars. Now, in the movies, it's always been depicted as a teenager who breaks a car window and then hotwires the car so it can be driven away. That creates a lot of noise and attention and damage, and that's the way it used to be. Nobody does that anymore. What they do now is they go online and they purchase key fob scanners for anywhere from $100 to $1,000, depending on how powerful and sophisticated they are, and then they just stand next to your car and press a button. Get in and drive away. It's really that easy, and that's part of the problem. There's no broken glass, and there's no loud noise to attract neighbors. Just some guy standing next to your car holding what appears to be from a distance a cell phone in his hand, and then he just drives away. Most people watching would just assume that since no window was broken, that the guy is legit. Another way they steal cars is to go to the dealer or car seller and ask to take it on a test drive, and then they never return. That happens all the time. A typical car thief may hit a dozen dealers a day and give each of them fake ID and then disappear with the car. Another way that people steal cars is to take them and disguise their stolen status so they can sell them to unsuspecting customers. The police call this VIN cloning or car cloning because it is so common and works so effectively that it often cheats buyers out of tens of thousands of dollars. The way they do it is to make the stolen vehicle look legit by creating counterfeit paperwork, counterfeit VIN numbers, and counterfeit insurance documents. This makes it really difficult for even a patrol officer to detect that your car is stolen. Sometimes a stolen car in the US will be taken to Mexico where it gets cloned. That means they prepare new cloned VIN tags and documents for the car. Criminals will even remove the manufacturing VIN plates off the car dash and other places on the engine and on the body of the car and replace them with other plates from cars that were not stolen. Detectives say that a VIN can be taken from a salvaged car, a car found online, or by just walking through a parking lot and snapping a photo of a parked car's VIN plate. These same people will create the counterfeit registrations and all the other documents necessary. Once the car has a new identity, it is brought back from Mexico and sold on Craigslist or through individual transactions. With the new identity, the disguised stolen cars are brought back and sold on Craigslist or other websites. Car theft is now an on-demand crime. That's right. Just like a lot of companies in the tech sector, car theft is now an on-demand industry. If someone wants a high-end vehicle, they just order one. The thieves then go out and steal VINs from similar cars and then combine everything with the car they stole for you, and then that means your order is fulfilled. They do this by stealing VIN numbers from cars that look just like the one that you want stolen on your behalf. And that will make your car appear to be not stolen. So here are some signs to look for when buying a used car to see if it's stolen. Was your car offered on Craigslist? If so, run. Was your car advertised significantly below its market value? Run. Is the seller determined to only sell the car for cash? Run. Do the VIN plates on the car have scratches or bubbles on them? That means it's been tampered with. Run. Most private sellers don't even bother holding the buyer's ID when they'll take it for a test drive. They just let them take the car for a spin, and then they find out that he's never coming back. Statistics are showing that car theft has already increased by more than 50% this year in some cities, especially those cities that are defunding the police. There are a number of reasons that car theft is skyrocketing. First of all, car thieves can purchase all the technology they need to steal a car online and have it delivered to their homes the next day. In fact, some car thefts rings will order a dozen different scanners at a time to keep their crews busy as they have them fan them out throughout the city and start looking for cars to steal all day long. The next reason that car theft is exploding is that the punishment for car theft is a fraction of the punishment for selling drugs. Now, depending on the circumstances, most car thefts get categorized as a serious misdemeanor rather than a felony. That means that they get a fine or very short jail time if they get caught. Although the punishment for juveniles under the age of 18 is much less severe than it is for adults, so a lot of crews will use 16 or 17-year-olds to steal cars for that very reason. That means that if they are caught, they're often out the same day. And if they're really young, then their parents can usually come and pick them out, pick them up from the station just a few hours after they're arrested. Now, unlike drugs, there is almost no overhead or production cost or distribution costs when it comes to stealing cars. Everybody that works for you works on a commission basis, meaning that when they steal a car and bring it to you, then they get paid. If they don't steal a car and bring it to you, guess what? No money that day. That sort of policy incentivizes your entire workforce. With drugs, you have to pay to grow or manufacture them, pay to distribute them, and pay tremendous legal expenses when you or one of your people gets caught. None of that is an issue with car theft. Another beauty of car theft is that there is an endless supply of them. They can be found anywhere: shopping malls, college parking lots, parking valets, Craigslist, or even the corner store. They are literally everywhere, so inventory is infinite. So how much money do car thieves make by selling stolen cars or car parts? It's an extremely lucrative business. On today's cars and trucks, the parts are usually worth more than the intact vehicle and will be a lot easier to sell. That's why we see so many thefts of items like wheels and tires. It's because there is an infinite market for them. One of the most commonly stolen cars is the Toyota Camry. A 3-year-old Camry can have a market value of $15,000 if sold intact, but selling the parts might bring thieves $20,000 or more depending on the specifics. Selling car parts is so much less risky than selling the entire car. Those parts can be sold online, or they can be sold to repair shops at a high discount when compared to what that same shop would have to buy it would have to pay for it from a legitimate company. Now, all those factors combined to make selling stolen cars one of the largest industries in America, and unlike most other industries, it is completely recession-proof. It doesn't matter how bad or how good the economy is. It could be in a depression or it could be fantastic. None of that matters when there are car thieves making $50,000 a week just by stealing cars. In fact, most experts will tell you that most car thieves only work 3 or 4 hours a day when stealing cars. Once they finish their shift, they will then often spend the rest of the day, the second half of their day, playing video games and eating pizza. Where else can an 18-year-old make $200,000 a month working part-time? That's more than 10 times what the average physician makes, and physicians kill themselves by working really long hours and filling out endless paperwork for the insurance companies. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and we will talk to you soon.